The last two journalists who had been working for Australian media in China are now safely back in Australia. They were rushed out of the country after police demanded interviews with them and temporarily blocked their departures. James Aitken reports.
After an unnerving week in China, safety and relief for two Australian correspondents.
It's such a relief to be home, so really happy.
Did you regret it all when you were over there?
A little bit, yes.
Michael Smith from the Australian Financial Review and ABC's Bill Birtles flew from Shanghai last night.
Relief to be back in the country with genuine rule of law.
Both had sheltered in Australian diplomatic compounds after incidents last week. The men say police officers appeared at their homes in Beijing and Shanghai telling them they were persons of interest in an investigation into Australian citizen Cheng Lei, a business news anchor for CGTN. During wide-ranging questioning that touched on the Hong Kong national security law, Birtles told police he did not know Cheng well, while Smith had met her once in his life.
So it sort of felt to me like the whole episode was about harassment. China is heading in a increasingly authoritarian trend. We've seen that year after year, and I think it will help Australians and everybody just be more and more clear-eyed about the nature of the Chinese government in its current state.
Australian authorities confirmed they helped get the men home, adding the detention of Cheng was part of the reason they advised the journalists to leave. The foreign minister says Australia will not retaliate by revoking the visas of Chinese journalists working in Australia.
Unless individuals are breaching laws in Australia, then that would not be an approach that we would take.
The foreign ministry in Beijing said today Cheng is detained on suspicion of endangering China's national security, adding authorities strictly adhered to the law during investigations. Already strained relations between the countries over telecom giant Huawei have worsened since Australia called for an independent inquiry into the origins of and international responses to the coronavirus pandemic. James Aitken, TVB News.